and welcome back to another video in our Metricool tutorial. In today's video, we will be talking all about YouTube with Metricool. I'll take you through the steps of how to connect your YouTube account to Metricool. We'll talk about some YouTube analytics, our inbox feature, as well as how to schedule those YouTube videos and YouTube shorts. So let's go ahead and get on into it. So today we're talking all things YouTube, but before I get into analytics and planning, I'm just going to quickly show how to connect your YouTube account to Metricool. So right now I am currently in my personal account just so that I can show how to connect an empty YouTube account, and then we'll switch on over to the Metricool account so I can show you analytics and scheduling. So you're going to want to make sure that you are in the connections page. You can find that by going to the right hand corner and clicking into connections. It will bring you to this page, which will tell you what a brand is. You're going to locate YouTube and click on Connect Account. This is going to externally take you to YouTube so that you can sign in and accept permissions. So here you're going to want to pick the account that's associated to your YouTube account, and then it's going to ask you what account or brand account you want to add. So for me, obviously I want to add the Metricool YouTube, so I'm going to click that, and then it's going to show you a list of permissions. So it's going to say Metricool wants to access your Google account, and it'll tell you all of the things that it will allow Metricool to do. So you're going to want to read through that and click on allow. You'll see that once that connection has been made, it will appear here in your connections page. It's a super easy process, very simple and quick to do. So I switched back over to the Metricool account, but here you can see that we are connected here as well, and I'm going to go into analytics. So moving on into analytics, on the left hand side, you're going to want to go to the YouTube section. Click into YouTube, and we are now in the analytics specifically for YouTube. On the top, you'll see that there are different sections that you can click into, as well as the time frame that you can choose. I am going to actually just go top to bottom and explain everything, but before I do that, I do want to really quickly mention that there will sometimes be a bar at the top, and this is really good to take into account because it'll give you some information about your metrics, such as that maybe, for example, here it says that some metrics may not be available for the last 2 to 3 days, and it also lets you know that the number of subscribers are only available from the day that the account got connected. So make sure that you read through that when you're looking through your YouTube analytics, especially if it's your first time. So first, I'm going to pick a time frame. I already have it set on the last 30 days, but you can customize this to your liking if you want to see 5 days, if you want to see the last 3 months. Totally up to you. I like to do a last 30 days for a good reference point for examples. And you'll see here that our sections are community, demographics, revenue in the period, published videos, viewed videos, and competitors. So starting from the top, we're going to go into community. So these are things like your subscribers, your video views, your revenue, and the amount of videos you've posted. You can toggle on these sections on or off to kind of customize those graphs if you only want to see specific things. And then you can also see the balance of subscribers. So these are things like the amount that you gained in the period, that you lost, and how many videos were posted. So you can see that here in these 3 boxes. Then we'll scroll down into demographics, and demographics are super important so that you see who is seeing your content and how you can cater your content towards your audience. So of course we have gender, so male, female, or unknown. You can see this in a table as well, and then you can also see the age. So as you can see for us, 18 to 34 are our most popular ages, but we do have a somewhat large audience of 35 to 44-year-olds. So this is great for you to really narrow down who you're targeting with your content. Then we scroll down further and you'll get viewers by country. So as expected, United States is one of our largest as well as other, but you can see here that it is split up into other countries that we reach, as well as traffic source. So these are things like if the video was in YouTube search, suggested videos, YouTube channels, direct, shorts, playlists. You can scroll down and see a bunch of different sources and the visitors from that source and the percentage. So very valuable information here in your demographics. Then we're going to go to the revenue in the period. So this will only apply if your YouTube videos are monetized. So this is great information for those monetization purposes. You can see things like partner revenue, ad revenue, if there was any, the total revenue, your impressions, and your monetized playbacks, as well as more simple information like the date. You can also view the videos directly in YouTube if you click on view. And then if you click on more, it's actually going to show you the titles. So if you wanted to copy that to a clipboard to repurpose or use somewhere else, you can do that as well. You can even download the CSV as well as look at columns and toggle on or off different metrics you want to see. You can also add more rows if you'd like, and this is available throughout all of our analytics. If we keep scrolling down, you'll get things like video views, likes, dislikes, comments, shares, and videos in that time period. This is a great overview of all of those metrics. And then if you scroll down even more, you'll get to the list of videos. This is one of my personal favorite sections because it just really gives you a good complete overview of all of your top performing videos depending on the metric that you want to see them through. So for example, let's say I cared the most about video views. So if I click on video views, it'll show me from top to bottom the videos with the most views, and then it'll go down from there. And this just makes it really nice again to get you organized and seeing those metrics that you specifically want to see. You can download the CSV for this and also toggle on what metrics you want to see. But similar to before, you can see the title here or the caption, and then you can view it directly in YouTube, and then you can click on more stats, and that's actually going to show you the video views. So you can see there that clicking on more stats shows you the different video views for different videos. Then if we keep going down, we'll get to viewed videos. So these were the videos that were viewed in the time period that you've selected. So again, it'll show you video views, likes, dislikes, comments, and the shares. And then it'll show you over the time frame. So since I did the last 30 days, it's showing me that time frame, and we'll get another list of videos that is similar, just it's the viewed videos in that time frame. And the same information as above, you can sort by the metrics that you care about the most, and if you just click on any of these top headlines, it will sort by that. So let's say if you wanted to see by the most likes, I clicked on likes and I can see which video got the most likes and which ones got the least likes, and you can really fine tune your strategy that way as well. You can view it directly in YouTube, and if you click on more stats, it's going to show you that same thing again with the video views. So similar to above, just a slightly different metric. And then if we go down to the very end, we're going to get to our competitors. So our competitors is one of our favorite features because it really can help you with your strategy so much. Not only can you spy on your competition, you can see what's working for them, what's not working for them. If you need a little bit of inspiration, you can tweak it and make it your own. There are so many different ways to do competitor analysis and apply it to your own strategy. So here you can see that I have 4 preloaded in. I have Nike, Adidas, Lululemon, and Under Armour. It's actually really easy to add another competitor. You just have to click into add, and then you can search by the channel, which are examples are the New York Times, or you can search by the @ so at NY Times, or just search NY Times, and all of these should populate a search, so you can pick a channel that way, or you can search by URL, and here we have 2 examples of how you can search for that. So I'm actually just going to search by channel, and I have Nike, I have Adidas. Let me think of another brand. Let's do Aloe Yoga. See if they have a YouTube channel. So as you can see, Aloe Yoga, I can click on Aloe Yoga and add that in, and it is going to populate all that information from the competitor. So as you can see here, it populated in. That probably wasn't the correct one that I would want, so maybe in this case, I would want to search by URL. But I just wanted to show you how quickly that information populates in, and as well as how easy it is to search by, just a quick search term. So here I even have Aloe Moves. So if I wanted to add Aloe Moves, I could easily do that as well. So Similar to that, I'm going to remove it just because I already have the ones that I want populated in, but I did want to show how quick that information is processed in. And one thing to note that is very important is that competitor analysis specifically for YouTube is a premium feature, and you can have up to 10 competitors. So if you are on a free account, you won't have this, but as soon as you bump up to any of our premium plans, the competitor analysis for YouTube does become available, and it even says right here that you can add up to 10 competitors that you can modify or delete anytime. So let's say, for example, you already have 10 in your list. It's super easy to delete. You just click the little trash can, it'll delete all of that information, and you can add a different account in. You can also download the CSV file of all this information, and you also still have that column suggestion, so you can toggle on or off what you'd like. And we can see things like subscriptions, total views, videos, likes, dislikes, comments. You can go directly to the YouTube channel that you're looking at, and you can also click on more stats for a more in-depth look specifically at the YouTube channel of the preferred brand competitor that you're looking at. So here, you'll see here I have growth, and I can also see a list of videos. And this is nice too, because if you click on more, you can see their titles. You can also view them directly within the platform, and you can also download all of this information. And then one other thing I want to note too is that if you are wanting to look at all of your competitors in one list, you can actually click on video list up here, and it's going to show you all of your competitors that you have loaded in and those metrics in a nice list if you are looking for kind of like a more general view of everyone. And similar, you can, let's say you wanted to see which videos got the most video views. You can click that, and then it'll show you which video by far has been the most popular, and it'll go down from there. So you can do those with different metrics. And again, you can toggle on what metrics you want to see. So competitor analysis on YouTube is super valuable. Definitely, if anything, look at the competitor analysis in the metrics because it is going to be such a game changer for your strategy. So now I am actually in the planner section, and we are going to talk about scheduling YouTube videos and YouTube shorts. So I'm going to click into this draft I already have selected, but it's really easy to upload a YouTube video or a short. You're going to want to make sure that YouTube is toggled on, and then you'll see here you have a drop down. So you can choose between video or short. Because I am going to demonstrate video first, I'm going to leave it on video. And in order to upload content, you would just go down here to this symbol and you would click on add video, select or drag the file there. I already uploaded this just to save the processing time. Now that I have my video uploaded, we can get started into looking to see what we need. So I'm actually going to take this off of draft, and because I have taken it off of draft, I immediately know that I cannot save this video for scheduling because I haven't completed some of the requirements. Specifically for YouTube, it's always nice to look at these remember notifications at the bottom in Metricool, but specifically for YouTube, it's super helpful, especially if you are just getting started with scheduling. So here it's going to show you those requirements. So it's telling me that the video or short title is required, and it has to be shorter than 100 characters. It even gives me information to what characters are not allowed, and then it also tells me that it is necessary to select the audience of the video. So as long as I do those two things, I should be able to save the video, but there are a couple other presets that you can choose as well. So I'm going to go into the YouTube presets, and I am going to fill out the required information, which is the video title. So let's say this is the LinkedIn tutorial. And then I also want to select the audience. So audience configuration, that is going to be if the video is made for kids or not made for kids. So I will do no, it's not made for kids. And then the privacy configuration, the category, and the tags are not necessarily required, but you should choose if you want the video to be public, unlisted, or private, because it will just default to public. I'm going to choose unlisted. Like, let's say, for example, you wanted to upload the video, but then you wanted to add some finishing touches maybe later or change a couple things. You can do unlisted and then change it to public after the fact. And it even tells you here in the privacy notification here, it says privacy status configuration can be modified in YouTube after publishing the video or short. So if you set it to private, you can set it to public after the fact. So then you'll want to select a category if you choose so. I will just pick one, let's say entertainment, and then you can even add your tags here, and it tells you that you have a max of 25. So these are just some of the YouTube presets that you can add if you choose so. apart from the video title, the configuration, and obviously the privacy configuration. So now that I have selected that, I can go in and I can add my caption for YouTube. One thing that is really important to note is as I type in the caption, it's not going to populate on the right-hand side. Right now you can see the video that I have, as well as, Metricool and the title that I added, but it says down here that YouTube Shorts and YouTube videos descriptions cannot be displayed on the preview, but will be included in your post. So that is something to keep in mind as you are writing out your caption. It's not going to show you that preview on the right-hand side. So I'm just going to keep this pretty simple. LinkedIn tutorial, watch the full video. This isn't an actual caption, but I'm just showing an example of how it's not populating. But of course you would want to put in your caption to your specifics here, and then you'll want to pick a date and time as well for scheduling. And then the last thing that you'll want to make sure you do is you can actually select a video thumbnail for YouTube. So you can just upload the image from a URL or from a computer, and it gives you the recommended size for that thumbnail. So you'll want to make sure that you upload that thumbnail, which I don't necessarily have a video thumbnail for this video, but I do have one downloaded from like a previous, so this was just from a different webinar we did. So this is an example of what it would look like if you uploaded a thumbnail. So here's the preview. You can click accept, and that thumbnail is populated and it shows you. So now everything looks good to go. I have my caption, I have my thumbnail, my title. I've made sure that I did all of the requirements so that I can save it. And you can always tell too, because this would be grayed out if you were missing something. If by some chance I wanted to make a quick edit to my video, I do have that option as well. So you could do that really quickly before you save it. But if it's all good to go, you can just make sure the date and the time is where you'd like it, and you can click save. So now that's gonna load and save the post, and now that is in here ready to go to schedule to YouTube. And of course you can drag and drop to wherever you'd like in the calendar. But scheduling to YouTube is super simple, and that is how you do it for a video. I am now gonna go back into that same draft post, and I'm going to show you how to schedule a YouTube short. And I really want to emphasize the YouTube shorts because especially if you are already posting to TikTok and Instagram and Facebook Reels, you may as well repurpose your content to YouTube shorts. It's actually encouraged. So the differences are going to be that instead of a video, we're going to change it to a short. Now, obviously, this is not the proper type of video for a short, so I'm actually going to get rid of that, and I'm going to upload a different video. So you'll want to make sure that that video is correct in the right format. So we'll go here, let me find the video. Okay, so the requirement is that you upload at least one video, and it does need to be in, it should be in that vertical format. So here I have uploaded a video that we have previously uploaded to TikTok. So basically what I did was I removed the watermark, and now I'm going to repurpose it to YouTube Shorts, which is a great strategy to get more content out across platforms. So here it's similar to the YouTube video in the sense of you'll want to make sure you check those YouTube presets. So we'll maybe want to change the title. So let's do remote work life. Again, the audience configuration, we'll leave it as it is. We'll pick the privacy configuration. For this one, I'd want to do public. You can pick a category. You can add tags, make sure that all looks good. And then you can even, set your description here. So maybe we want to do, this is what remote work life is like. And similar to before, this is not going to populate on the right-hand side. It says that the descriptions cannot be displayed on previews, but will be included in your post. So everything else looks good to go. I see my title, I see the video, it looks good. And then if I wanted to, I could do a quick edit on it. It would be a simple edit. So if I wanted to crop it, maybe it wasn't the correct size, or just crop it a little bit, fine tune or add a filter. I'm not going to do any of that because the video is already set to go since it is being repurposed. But that is how simple it is to schedule to YouTube Shorts. And then all I would need to do is make sure I've picked a good date and time, and then I would hit save. And then that file is going to upload, and then it's going to save to the calendar. And again, you can drag and drop wherever you'd like. Super simple, especially for YouTube Shorts. Again, like I said before, I really do want to emphasize that if you are already posting short form content, you may as well be posting to YouTube Shorts and getting your content out to more platforms and out to more eyes. It's always helpful and beneficial. And there you have it. That is scheduling to YouTube and YouTube Shorts, as well as YouTube Analytics. So just another couple of little things that you can do in Metricool as well is that you do have access to YouTube comments in the Metricool inbox. So as you can see here, I'm in the inbox. If you toggle on YouTube, you can actually reply to your comments directly from the platform, which again saves you time, so you don't actually have to go into YouTube to do those replies. It's really simple. You can read something, reply to it, and then click send. A really easy way. You can also mark it as unread. Let's say if you need to go back to it later, and it'll just appear in the unread column, and then once it's done, you can click this check mark to resolve it. But it's also another way for you to stay nice and organized when it comes to your YouTube comments. One other quick tip I wanted to touch on in this video is actually how you can promote your YouTube videos using our Autolists with a linked RSS feed. So of course I will go ahead and explain exactly what that means, but you're going to want to make sure that you are in the planning tab, which is up here, and then instead of in the calendar where we normally are, you're going to want to go into Autolists over here on the left hand pane. So if you've created Autolists before, you'll see those here already, or you can create a new one. I actually already have one that I can use for an example, which I have down here, which is YouTube test. So let's say, for example, you want your new YouTube videos to automatically be imported into an auto list. You can actually do that with Metricool, and you want to share those out to specific platforms. For example, for this one, I have Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So let's say every time I have a new video, I want that to be imported into the auto list and then shared out to these platforms. I would do that with a linked RSS feed. So if you aren't familiar with what that is, I will go ahead and walk you through all of those steps. So of course, you're going to want to make sure everything is good to go on your auto list first. So give it a name, where to publish, any presets you want to put in, and the timing, of course. And then you're going to go down here to content of the auto list. So instead of inserting posts yourself, or maybe adding posts with AI or from a CSV, you can actually click on linked RSS feed. So here you'll see that it says add an RSS feed to auto list. So we have previously talked about it before in other videos where you can actually use an RSS feed for your podcast, you can use it for your blog, and you can also use it for your YouTube channel. So in the URL, you're going to want to paste in a specific URL, which we will make sure to put in the description box of this video. So make sure you check that out if you are wanting to utilize this feature. So I went ahead and I pasted in that URL. As you can see, it is actually an incomplete URL. So we are still missing one important piece of information, which is your channel ID. So I'm actually going to go over to our YouTube channel so that I can show you where to find the rest of what you need for this link. So moving on over into YouTube, you're going to want to make sure that you are in your so you'll go to your settings of your channel, you'll go into customization here on the left hand pane, and then you'll go into basic info. At the top you'll see things like name, handle, description. You're going to want to scroll down to channel URL. So you'll see both channel URL and custom URL. You're going to want to pay attention to the channel URL, and you're actually going to paste in this last part of that URL into the last part of the other URL. So we'll go back here and you'll paste that in, and now this is complete. You can hit search and it should start to populate. So we'll go ahead and give it a second. It was very, very quick, and as you can see, it's actually showing me the most recent video that we've published, which was a short, and you can toggle on to whichever platform you want to see that example, but this is a good indication that it has worked. It also tells you right over here that it has found 15 posts. So now I'll walk you through what all of these mean and what you can customize exactly for your auto list for your YouTube videos. So here you're gonna have the max characters, and you're gonna have prefix and suffix. So with prefix and suffix, it is just an indication for you to put something at the beginning or something at the end of your caption. So for example, if let's say you had some sort of catchphrase, you could always put that as your prefix, or if you have, subscribe as your suffix, that's examples of how you can use those. It's not necessary, but if you want, that option is there. I'm just gonna leave them blank for this example. And then if we go down here, you'll see that there are 3 toggle on, toggle off options. So this is toggled on, and it's asking if I want to add the 15 previous posts. So this is the 15 previous posts of my YouTube channel. So of course I'm gonna leave that toggled on. For the second option, it's asking if you want to include the new post as disabled. What this means is, for example, if you have a new YouTube video coming out and it is automatically imported into your auto list, it will automatically go out depending on the parameters that you have set for your auto list. But if you would like to approve or make sure everything looks good, you can toggle this on so that new post will be disabled, and you can toggle on that post yourself once you've made any finishing touches or, given it that final look through. I'm going to leave this toggled off, but this is a good option if you just want that extra set of eyes on it for whatever reason or need to add something. And then the last option is to add new posts at the beginning of the auto list. So I do want to toggle this on because, of course, I want my newest content to be shared out first, right? So I'm going to toggle this on because it will add the newest posts at the beginning of the auto list. So once you're happy with all of that, you can go ahead and click save, and your auto list should automatically import with your videos. And as you can see, it has all imported in nicely, those posts that were found, and you'll see here that it has some basic caption and then a link to the YouTube video. You can spruce these up if you'd like. You can leave them as is. It's totally up to you. You can toggle off, up to your preferences, and you can delete things from the auto list if there's something that you don't necessarily want to share. So of course, because I toggled on to import the newest posts to the top of the auto list, these were already previous posts, so the next one will import the new video to the first part of the list right here. And you can also see that the feed is linked correctly because it's showing you that link here. And if you ever wanted to disconnect it for whatever reason, all you need to do is click this trash can, and it is super simple. You also have the option to just click delete all if that's another simple way for you to clear your auto list completely. But that is how you use the RSS feed with sharing your YouTube videos. And then the last thing I'll touch on before we wrap up the YouTube video is that you can use auto lists for YouTube as well. You would just click new auto list, do YouTube here, and then you can insert those posts as you'd like. So you could insert, upload your content, and if you wanted the list to repeat, you could. More than likely, you probably wouldn't for YouTube, but let's say you had a bunch of shorts that you wanted to get out, you could put that in the list and schedule that content out that way as well.
And that's YouTube with Metricool. Don't forget to use the code TRYFREE for 30 days free of any of our premium plans. Any of our premium plans will unlock those additional features like our YouTube competitor analysis. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next tutorial video. Bye!